simple bathroom. And this is very nice. Apartments within these two areas are almost having the best ROI. What's up guys, this is Sean and welcome back to the apartment makeover series. And today we are in the Oak at Kiara 163 Jalan Mont Kiara, which is the true blue address. If you're a serious property investor around Malaysia, right, definitely you will not miss this address of Mont Kiara, because ultimately when you talk about property investment, right, it's always Bangsa, Damansara, Mont Kiara, Petaling Jaya, KLCC area, and etc. And when you speak to expatriates, it's also the same. These are the main addresses that they will be very familiar, and because of that, the demand for space around this location is just really high. Therefore, the ROI for all the properties are very healthy. Generally, of course, within Mont Kiara itself, there are a lot of condos, we all know that. Then the trick now is how do you decide between them? There will be existing ones that's ready built, then there will be new upcoming ones, then you have full residential one, also you will have mixed developments. So for this particular project of the Oak, right, there's two blocks. One are the suites, another one will be the residence. Generally, all of them are in a smaller scale of size within this mixed development project. Beneath the residence, there's 3 to 4 stories of retail space, and majority of them are F&B oriented, so that's great for convenience. And we also kind of spoke about this before. In Mont Kiara itself, right, if you're not familiar, every street will have different dynamics. So Jalan Mont Kiara, which is the main Mont Kiara road, generally is the most popular one. Then you have Jalan Kiara 3, Jalan Kiara 4 and 5, and all of them will have different dynamics altogether. So I have done a review about this address before. I'll just put the link somewhere. And let's go check out the unit directly. So this is the unit that we're going to check out today. First of all, when you see the foyer, it's very limited in terms of space. And let's go in. So coming into the unit, on the right side you will have this space. It's either you can do a sideboard or you want to put your shoe cabinet here, it's fine. And it's actually set in because this will be the structural element. So most likely you cannot adjust this part. Then when you come in via the door, you will go through this lower ceiling area where it's only around 2.4 meters. And on the bigger space, this will be around 2.9. That will be the kitchen space, and this is the exact condition. So something to consider when you buy properties, right, is to decide. Sometimes they will have fully furnished where the price is going to be higher, some semi-furnished where they provide kitchen cabinet. Then how do developers push the price lower is by stripping the unit all together. So everything you will need to do yourself. Therefore, if you don't have capital when you receive the keys, it's going to be a problem. And this kitchen is quite big in relation to the unit. So the width here is 2.5 meters times 3.5 meters on the longer side. So imagine if you have a C shape or an L shape kitchen cabinet, the amount of cost is going to be quite big. What's great is they have the full height wall tile, so you somewhat can save on the backsplash. And most likely because of the water point and the gas point being here, so this will be the sink area, and this will be the area for the fridge because of the plug points. Then this will be the countertop. So it's best whether you want to extend this further also. Then coming in from the entrance, this will be your living and dining space all together. The width is really nice. It's approximately 3.5 meters here. And the view that you get is the typical Mont Kiara view that is full with high-rise apartments all around. And that is something I wish to address as well, like the fear of density for a lot of people needs to be read along with the demand of space. Like when you talk about Bangsa South, when you talk about Mont Kiara, if density is an issue that will bring down rental rates because there's intense competition, technically these two locations will have the lowest among the city center. But in contrast to that, apartments within these two areas are almost having the best ROI. Cool. But the problem with having a lot of high-rise will be the overlooking issues, the privacy issues, the congestion issues. Well, those are issues, I will admit. But if it's for investment, right, generally let the number tell you what to do. So for the owner that bought this unit, right, he can always refer to the existing data around the site. So for example, that apartment, what would be the rental rates like for project A, B, C, D, E? And it's best to go a little bit more precise, which is in comparison to rooms. So this is a 1-bedroom unit, 761 square feet in a mixed development setting. So you can go into property portals and search for studio units in Mont Kiara and look at the rental rates altogether. Looking at the condition of the flooring, it looks nice, just that I think there are some color mismatch, like even the camera can pick it up, right? So it's pretty obvious, and I think this unit is going through the defect right now. Then moving in, this will be the principal bedroom. Well, there's only 1 bedroom. And the width is nice. So this is 4.1 meters. Generally the standard width for master bedrooms and living rooms right now around the market is around 3 meters to 3.3 meters, which is like 10 to 11 feet. This is 4.1 meters. It's incredibly spacious. And they are providing laminated timber floorings, along with this angled window, and the view, it's rather okay. So in terms of overlooking, it's a pretty normal thing around this area, but at least the distance from the neighboring block is not as bad. Then this will be the area for the aircon latch. Similarly to the kitchen, there's also a box up, and again the aircon actually came with the unit, so that will somewhat save some costs of furnishing. And this will be the principal bathroom, and this is very nice. So for 1-bedroom unit like this, right, you have a for him, for her basin setting along with a bathtub here. This means this is in the upper market luxury segment of things already. Also, the mirror comes with it along with this countertop. Then you have basins by Toto, WC by Toto, and you have a huge bathtub here joined with a shower area, and this mosaic textured wall as their feature, along with the full height wall tiles. So this bathroom, it's very nicely. Check out the huge window as well. So it's going to be very bright. And I guess that's all for the actual unit. So some things to highlight. Hey guys, this is me trying to make things a little bit more clearer for you guys. So how do we decide the level of furnishings for our unit? If it's for investment, right, always go in accordance to the tenant's need. If it's a student area, then you don't need to be so polished. When it's an expat or an Airbnb focused area, then it's best that you do fully furnishing. Then with just a normal residential taman, then the degree of furnishings will then vary among these different types of tenants. Then basically there will be 3 forms of furnishing level in the market. So there's a bare furnished one where it's minimal, the condition that you get from the developer itself. And if you were to rent out the unit at this format, right, it's not going to attract a lot of people. Semi-furnished, it depends again. Then the fully furnished one usually will be more suitable in higher end areas where people have money to go for quality instead of quantity of space, and Mont Kiara is one of them. So in this case, fully furnishing the unit seems to be the more logical solution to the unit. And that's all for the unit today. Let the team get to work lah. Hey guys, so today will be the completion of a brand new unit. Same layout, but it's a mirror image. Mirror means it's a reflection across the vertical line. So suddenly when you open in, your kitchen is on the right. For a mirror unit, it's on the left. So that's what we call mirror unit lah. And this is the faster unit that went through the entire process. Let's go check it out. So for this unit itself, the total cost for the makeover it's around 35,000, and 35,000 it's still not complete because some owners might choose to buy their own electrical appliances, and some of them might opt out from the furnishings. For example, the plates and bowls, the cutleries, the blanket, the throw blankets, the pillow, the softer things to dress up the unit so that the unit will look better on picture. Because ultimately as a tenant, right, when I want to look for units, right, what stands out first? Pictures, right? But of course the price as well. So it's going to be a difference there. So coming into the unit, what was included with the makeover as well will be this smart lock system. Because originally it was the key lock. Unfortunately, they don't have a sideboard here. I guess the owner opted out of it because it would be very convenient to just come in and drop the keys and put my shoes here, right? Then going into the living, as we discussed before, this unit layout is huge in terms of area for the living and the bedroom. Well, the kitchen is also big lah. And the trick is to get the sofa or settee at the right size in accordance to the dimension of the living room. And this is a 3-seater sofa, right? But after you put into this space, it still looks rather small. So how do we address this emptiness, right? I would actually add in a carpet. It will further separate out the space. And this is also one of the lower units available in this tower. So this is very close to the facilities deck. And this has to be a consideration as well for property investors. Like at level 22, right, you're gonna get a better view. But at level 8, I get the swimming pool view at this orientation. So this one might work better sometimes compared to the views facing out, but this unit will confirm have a better pricing because the higher you go, the more expensive it is. So without the decorations, like the blanket and the pillow, then the vase, the carpet, the decorative items, the TV set, the photo frames and etc., right? It feels kinda, yeah, almost there, right? But anyway, you can see the design treatments along the wall, along the ceiling as well with the fan and lights. Then they actually camouflage this drop in the ceiling, right, so it looks better. And they also dressed up this wall, so it's in accordance to one theme. That's nice. And let's head on to the kitchen space. And in isolation, this kitchen is around 7,000 to 8,000 ringgit from bare condition. Yeah, so whatever you see here, it's around that price. And that's the thing, the difference is dictated by the materials of furnishings. First of all, they will measure a running distance of it for top and bottom. Then they will include a price for the basin. They will include the price for the cooker, where you have a Hop by Firenze hood as well. Then the difference is going to be this surface. So some want stone, some want quartz, but this is timber furnish lah. So it's not as prestige, not as atas. Then you also have all the storage spaces here. So for experienced investors, many may think like, oh, 35,000, actually not too bad the cost, right? But there are a lot of elements that are not completed yet. For example, the electrical appliances, such as the fridge, such as the washing machine, such as the TVs. So if capital is a problem, you can actually pay this 35,000 upfront in cash, but the electrical appliances you can just order from e-commerce platforms and you leverage on the zero interest installments. Meaning you buy those items which is going to amount to 8,000 to 10,000, of course depending on the specifications as well. You can buy them using your credit card, then you pay back within the year. That can also somewhat manage your cash flow a little bit. Well, that can also be applied to the makeover. You also opt for installment plans lah, so that's cool. One thing is the dining table, it's a bit small lah, right? And going into the bedroom, as we know, this is huge. While you look at the bed, right, after putting in the bed, there's still so much space. So right behind the bed, that feature wall design is very cool. You have the marble textures along with the timber grains, right? Then you have the feature lightings on both sides with the bedside tables, and you have this cabinets here. Then the size of the wardrobe in the unit, right, illustrates the different intent that we have for the property. If it's for own stay, it's never going to be enough, right? But if it's for an investment unit, you don't really need to go all out because the tenants are not going to be here for very long time, at max 2 years, 1 year. So they are not going to bring a lot of stuff. If really they do need more, it's always upon negotiation. Then we get to negotiate as a landlord to increase the rental or maybe the tenure or whatsoever. So again, investment wise and own stay wise, don't always imply your very own preference for the unit into an investment unit. It will only jack up the cost for the furnishing. Then you can never break even for your rental. Yeah, something to take note. So originally with the unit, it came with this pelmet design, so the full height curtains can be just mounted within, and it's actually a dual rail. And this is an example of a very cost-oriented approach. So the owner only wants things that is very difficult to do by himself, such as the kitchen, the wall design, the main furnitures, and etc. That's why the cost then can be a little bit more friendly in that way, but I think personally it's still not up to the completion level, because what's lacking is the electrical appliances, the soft furnishings, one more layer for the curtains. You have the day curtains, and those will add up to another maybe 12 to 15,000. So in total, an absolute complete set is going to be around 50,000 for a unit like this. Oh yeah, and the specifications for the kitchen cabinet as well. And in order to cater for tenants around this location, if you look into the property portals, the room rentals is around 2,008 to 3,003, and the range varies in accordance to the condition of the unit, also the view. But I do understand if cash flow is tight, right? I only have 30,000 now. I will just do whatever I can first. Upon the completion, then I have more savings a little bit. I can slowly buy one by one. Absolutely fine. Because previously I was also like that. Then going into the bathroom, we have the for him, for her, and the only difference is we added lights and a hanger behind the door, because the original condition of the bathroom I think is very complete already. Again, unless you want to use this for own stay, some of us might choose to hack the entire toilet and redo just because the toilet does not match their overall theme. That will also work. And I guess that's all for this unit, right? And original selling price for this unit layout is around $1 million. Well, I don't know what is their actual discount that they receive. Most likely it's going to be 10 plus 5 plus 3, something like that. So ultimately it's going to be around 800 over 1,000 in terms of the loan amount. And then when you think if you take a 35 years loan on that amount, and the rental rates here is around 2,008 to 3,004, it will work. And just as this unit actually completed right after the entire COVID situation. So this episode kinda shown us a very cost-oriented approach where you want the unit to be presentable, to be nice, in a very cost-effective manner, but it still includes your effort as an owner to a certain degree in ordering all the extra stuff. We also learned about the different orientation of unit will have different circumstance, and not necessarily the highest will get the most value, because when you talk about investment, entry price matters. So this unit might be at a better position in terms of ROI compared to the higher units. And I guess that's all for this unit, and thanks for watching. If you really like this episode, like it, share it, and even subscribe for more information like this. Until next time, this is Sean Tan. Ciao.